Wanted to talk to you today about water conservation in the vegetable garden. And here's my bed of peppers, our community bed of peppers, and wanted to show you some of the things that I'm doing to conserve water during the heat. And the most important thing for water conservation in the vegetable garden is to use mulch. And that's true with your landscape too. And I chose to use, in this particular bed, pine needle mulch, or it's also called pine straw, and it's sold by the bale. And that helps protect the soil from the heat of the sun shining on it, and it also helps hold water in the soil to keep it from evaporating back up out of the soil. So there's one tip. That's really important. You can also use wood chips as a mulch if that's easier for you to find. I prefer the pine needles in the vegetable garden because they're easier to move around when you want to go to plant seeds later. And they also break down and help acidify the soil, which is important here in Austin, where we have alkaline soil that makes it harder to grow things. So it helps acidify the soil when it breaks down. And then another tip I had for conserving moisture was to show you my soil moisture meter, that you just take it and insert it into the ground, and it will tell you how dry, moist, or wet the soil is so that you know when to water. And keep in mind, you can also use your finger if you don't have a moisture meter. And the soil, an inch or two down, it should always feel moist like a wrung out sponge. So it happens more often that people tend to overwater their gardens than underwater. So always use your finger before you go to water, or use your moisture meter and feel about an inch or two underneath the mulch and an inch or two into the soil to make sure that it feels wet like a wrung out sponge. All right, thanks.